A long time ago in the land of Israel, there lived a kind and faithful woman named Hannah, and she was married to a man named Elkanah, who loved her dearly. But Hannah had a deep sadness in her heart. She could not have children, and she longed to become a mother. To make things worse, Elkanah's other wife, Peninnah, would mock and taunt Hannah about her inability to have children. Despite the hurt, Hannah remained faithful to God and poured out her heart to him in prayer. Every year, Elkanah and his family traveled to the temple in Shiloh to worship and offer sacrifices to the Lord. During one of these visits, Hannah couldn't hold back her emotions any longer. She went to the temple and knelt down, crying and praying to God. In her prayer, she made a vow. "Lord Almighty, if you give me a son, I will dedicate him to you for all the days of his life." Her lips moved as she prayed silently, but no sound came out. Eli, the priest, saw her and thought she was drunk. He approached her and said, "How long will you keep drinking? Put away your wine." But Hannah replied, "No, my Lord, I am not drunk. I am pouring out my soul to the Lord in deep anguish." Eli realized her sincerity and blessed her, saying, "Go in peace, and may God grant your request." Hannah left the temple with a renewed sense of peace. Not long after, God answered her prayer, and she gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, which means God has heard. Hannah was overjoyed and praised God for his faithfulness. When Samuel was still a young boy, Hannah kept her promise. She brought him to the temple in Shiloh and presented him to Eli. "For this child I prayed," she said, "and the Lord has granted me what I asked. Now I give him to the Lord." Samuel grew up in the temple, serving the Lord under Eli's guidance. He would go on to become one of Israel's greatest prophets. But his story began with the faith and devotion of his mother, Hannah. Hannah's faith didn't just end there. She continued to worship God and was later blessed with more children. Her life became a testimony to the power of prayer and trust in God. Hannah's story reminds us that even in our deepest pain, God hears our prayers. She teaches us the importance of faith, perseverance, and keeping our promises to God. Hannah's story is one of hope, faith, and the power of prayer. Her unwavering trust in God not only changed her life, but also set the stage for one of the most important figures in the Bible, Samuel.